everyone. Welcome to the February edition of LinkedIn News Digest and Insights with Clarine. I am Clarine Mitchell, the creator and host of this news show that I hope that you will start becoming a fan of. By way of introduction, I am the founder and CEO of TCM Communications. My business is all about changing the trajectory of lives and businesses one LinkedIn profile at a time. I specialize in my business is exclusively focused on LinkedIn, but I specialize in results driven LinkedIn coaching, corporate trainings, content creation, ghosting clients' accounts, anything to do with understanding and learning to leverage LinkedIn to generate organic results. That's the business. Now, for this show, it's all about coming to you on a monthly basis, sharing key LinkedIn top news that caught my attention and key insights. So let's get right to the news. As you come in, I want you to please check in. Leave a comment with your favorite LinkedIn feature. There's a lot of LinkedIn features that I like, but I want to know what your top LinkedIn feature is. And please forgive me, I'm in my LinkedIn hoodie and have tissues nearby because I've been fighting a cold this weekend. So if I start to sneeze or cough, or I'm going to try to keep this short so I don't strain my voice. Let's get to the news. So the first one is LinkedIn for Nonprofits launches free LinkedIn resource hub. Now, so as the nature of this show is, I'll give you a screenshot of the news that I'm talking about. You can Google it to read the full details of the story. I'm just going to share with you highlights regarding it. Now, this is from the Nonprofit Times, and it was published on February 1st of this year. And it announces how free LinkedIn has a free online resource hub for nonprofits. It's called LinkedIn for Nonprofits Resource Hub. So if you just Google that, so if you're a nonprofit executive and you want to learn about the resources that LinkedIn has specifically for nonprofits, feel free to Google LinkedIn for Nonprofits Resource Hub. Now, per LinkedIn, there are 1 million nonprofit organizations on LinkedIn. So there's a million nonprofit organizations that have LinkedIn company pages, and there are 26 million nonprofit professionals on LinkedIn. Yet, a small percentage know how to effectively leverage the platform to generate results, thus, the creation of the LinkedIn for Nonprofits Resource Hub. Eligible nonprofits can get an exclusive discount on talent learning and fundraising products. So check it out to learn about all those details. And it's all about active communities, building active communities, because building active communities can lead to successful nonprofits. And leveraging LinkedIn to build those active communities is a great resource or a great way to help for the nonprofit to be successful. Hi, Kirsten. Great to have you. Thanks for tuning in. I like the bell because I can define my feed a lot better. So that's your favorite feature, the bell. Thanks for sharing. Now I'm going to move on to my second news story. And bear with me. I I'm in the process of a move. So my environment's a little different. I'm playing with the lights to try to figure out how to make it work in the situation or the settings that I'm in, but I hope that you can see me clear enough. And here as well. This piece is from the Evening Standard, and it's all about AI generated content appearing in LinkedIn phishing scams. So, but can users spot it? Is the title of the article. So again, AI generated content appears in LinkedIn phishing scams, but can LinkedIn users spot it? This is one of my stories I'm saying is a warning, warning, caution, caution. Please Google to read the full article. Again, I'm just sharing highlights. And it's all about how AI tools have lowered the barrier of entry for cybercrime. And we're hearing a lot about Chat GPT and other AI tools and features and all of that. But as a word of caution, it could impact your security on LinkedIn. So be cautious with that. Most consumers will struggle to spot real from fake, as is stated in this article. Cyber criminals can cheat you out of your money and your personal information. So, what happens per this article is there may be an AI generated content. So, there may be a post on LinkedIn that you can't distinguish if it was created authentically, organically, or via AI tool. That kind of content can lead you into kind of a rabbit hole because there could be different prompts on those articles that can lead you to maybe an autofill kind of screen where it automatically fills your LinkedIn information. And once it auto fills your LinkedIn personal information, whether it's your name, full name, email address, birthday, whatever the case may be, it autofills that information. And from that autofilling, it could lead to identity theft potentially. So being very careful as we're going through and taking advantage of content that's on LinkedIn and looking and reading that content, but making sure that we're trying to be very savvy, very smart, and sophisticated with what we're consuming so that we're not getting in those rabbit holes and falling for the schemes or the cyber crime that occurs. Now, this is something that's new and developing. So over time, over years, we're going to see more or get more information specifically on this. LinkedIn hasn't, from what I could see in my research, issued a policy about this. But as always, it says if you see anything suspicious on LinkedIn, as far as any content or any accounts, to always report that. The more we are diligent in that process, the more they can identify problems on the platform and address those problems accurately. Okay, so again, that could be hard to identify. So it's up to us to be very sophisticated with what we're doing on the platform and not taking it for granted that all the content that we see is authentic and original content, because more and more we're going to see that that's not the case because of AI. All right, moving on to my next article. News piece, and this piece is from What's New in Publishing, WNIP, and it was published, and I'm sorry, I didn't give you the publishing date for the previous article. That was February 24th of this year. This article was published February 24th as well, and it's titled, Publishers Are Leveraging LinkedIn for Audience Reach, which is exciting to see, but LinkedIn has been here. But it's great to see that more people are starting to discover the great features and tools and opportunities that the platform offers. So with this, it's all about how there's this instability with other platforms. And specifically in this article, it talks about Twitter and Facebook, but the instability of other platforms. All of that that's going on is causing users to or individuals to start coming onto LinkedIn more and start using and prioritizing LinkedIn, including publishers. So with all that they're seeing on those other platforms is pushing them to LinkedIn, and they're seeing LinkedIn as the most popular alternative when it comes to being able to publish quality content. And they're seeing it as a way to extend their audience reach. Publishing content on LinkedIn pages allows for distribution and encourages engagement through native commenting and sharing features. Examples they gave was Wall Street Journal and Forbes, who actively use the platform for that purpose, for those purposes. Use of multimedia content is a draw for publishers as well. So not just straight content or short content, but videos, infographics, and other features that the platform offers, including LinkedIn Live, as I'm using this platform, right, for this purpose. LinkedIn Live, statistically, you get 7 times more reactions, 24 times more comments. It's just a greater way or higher level to build community. That's why I use it. Publishers are seeing that as well. They're even using LinkedIn Lives as a way to have live Q&As with their reporters or editors so that they can engage in real time with their readers, their followers. Also, the use of carousels, where it can be the interactive, engaging multimedia pieces with that or actions with that. So it's great to see. Um, they even mentioned how LinkedIn, with LinkedIn, original content is the secret sauce. So being able to use the platform in that way where we're creating or providing consistent content. All right, I'm going to move on. I'm going to go through these news stories and then I'll see what questions you have. And this one is from E-commerce Bites, and it was published on February 23rd. And it talks about eBay CEO keeps employees posted via LinkedIn. CEO, I particularly like this article and why it really caught my attention because I'm always talking about. So the majority of my clients, rather, are entrepreneurs and executives. And my commentary all the time is how LinkedIn is not just for job seekers. And so that's why this article resonated with me. CEO of eBay and his use of LinkedIn and him actually preferring LinkedIn in it, in contrast to other platforms. And he actually used it to recently, so just 3 days ago, he posted an organic video, a native video rather, and just sharing information regarding eBay's fourth quarter, so fourth quarter 2022 earnings. And he had mixed, comments, right? And that's always, going to be a factor, right? When we put out content, it's not that we want everyone to agree with us. We shouldn't, right? But we should be able to agree to disagree, right? And have respectful conversations on the platform. But comments had a mixture of opinions. But in 3 days, that video that he posted, so the post with the video, 390 reactions, 16 comments, 7 reposts in just 3 days. Again, the importance of the point of LinkedIn is not just for job seekers, as we see with this eBay CEO. All right, check his profile out. You can see that story. And his name is Jamie, and I'm going to mispronounce the last name, so I'm just going to spell it Iannone. Iannone is his name. So if you want to look up his profile and see, or just Google this article and you'll be able to get access to his profile as well. He prefers posting on LinkedIn versus other platforms as a way to engage with corporate professionals. Again, LinkedIn is the exclusive platform for professional and business purposes. It was created for that. The mindset of individuals on this platform is different than it is when we're on the other platforms. So the CE knows that and understands. Examples of how LinkedIn isn't just for job seekers. That's what this is. All right. I saved the best for last with this article. Before I get into the next one or my last one, I just want to check comments because I'm going to really spend a chunk of time on this next article. All right, so let me see who else is here with me. Gretchen Mickler. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. And actually, let me just get rid of that overlay so I can really see your comments. Thanks for tuning in. Leslie, hello. I like the consistency of your content that keeps us coming back to LinkedIn if I stay away too long. No matter how long you stay away from LinkedIn, Leslie, I'm here and I stay consistent because I practice what I teach, right? And so come on, come back. Not just come back, but stay and be consistent. But what's your favorite LinkedIn feature? So besides me being consistent, Leslie, what's your favorite LinkedIn feature? Marvy, thanks for this. You're very welcome. Thanks for joining. And so Melanie, hello. Thanks for tuning into the live and you like the post. That's a great feature as well. It's a great way to get research, insights, or feedback from our target audience if we use it specifically for that purpose, where it's not just for fluff kind of purposes, but it's for the purposes of engaging with our target audience with those poll questions we have, something that's relevant to them, something to give us feedback to craft even our content on an ongoing basis or anything regarding our business. Hello, LinkedIn user. I can't see who you are, but you're saying good afternoon. So good afternoon to you. Please give StreamYard permission so that I can see your profile photo and your name. Oh, thank you, Melanie. I appreciate you and all those who tune in to my lives as well and engage with me overall. All right, so let me get to the last story, the last news piece, and some other information. But this is a story from Search Engine Journal. And with this one, I'm going to do a little show and tell with this after I go through the key highlights with the story. And again, so sorry for the lights. I'm going to be much better next episode after I figure out my new setup. All right, so this one from Search Engine Journal was published on January 23rd. I'm sorry, February 23rd. LinkedIn introduces SEO tools for articles. That title, that headline for this article is so misleading because this article is packed with so much more information than just the tools for articles. All right, so Google the article so you can read it in depth, but I'm going to give you some highlights from it. SEO, just for those who may not be familiar, it means search engine optimization. So, how you can get greater traffic based upon using keywords. That's not just for websites, that applies or is relevant to LinkedIn as well. So, now you can customize the SEO titles and descriptions of your LinkedIn articles. I tried this out and it's cool. And I need to play with this some more when I have time. But I actually went back to previous articles because I haven't published an article in a while. So, went to old articles, looked up the information to edit, and I may do a demonstration for you. If you want me to, I can demonstrate. Just let me know, leave me a comment if you need me to demonstrate this part of it. But I went in and it gives me the options to edit by publishing keywords for the title, for keywords, and then making the title more SEO friendly. I'm like, all right, LinkedIn, keep coming with it, keep coming with all these changes. So the updates make it easier for people to find your LinkedIn articles when they search for specific keywords. One of the reasons why I was excited about this is, and for those who know me, especially if you saw the first episode, and I gave my story a little bit of how I fell in love with LinkedIn through the LinkedIn publishing process of publishing articles and how I got a great publishing or writing opportunity organically. There's been a lot of focus per LinkedIn on newsletters, not as much on articles. So I appreciate them coming back to the articles option, the publishing, and adding that part where we can now go in and make those headlines, those titles more SEO rich. All right, so the steps that you would go to is you would go to an article, a past article, you would go to edit it, and then you would hit the publishing menu at the top left, and then you go to settings, and then it'll give you the option for SEO title and SEO descriptions, and you fill in the information and publish. There you are, save your changes. Great feature or update. Next one, features coming to allow the scheduling of newsletters and articles. So, LinkedIn recently rolled out, and I've been using it, especially when I travel or have super busy days, where we now can schedule rather our content, our regular posts. Now they're going to be allowing us to schedule our newsletters when they would be published. So you can publish, like for me, sometimes the times that this mind gets really creative may not be necessarily a good time to publish the article. So now I can go and be creative fully in the time that is ideal for me, and then schedule the actual publishing of that newsletter article or regular article. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And for me, as a writer at heart, as a print journalist, it's like all these new features. Come on, keep them coming, LinkedIn. So this whole process will make them SEO rich as well. And the biggest one, and this is when I want to do a show and tell, is the activity section. It just happened last week, and you may not have it yet because LinkedIn rolls out things slowly sometimes. But it used to be when people would go, or we go to our activity section, it would just have a few options. It would have the all activity tab, it would have the articles tab, the post tab, and the documents tab. Now we have a zillion options, or will, kind of, sort of, and I'm exaggerating with zillions. We'll have posts, comments, videos, images, articles, newsletters, events, documents, and reactions. That's a lot, right? So again, posts, comments, images, articles, newsletters, events, documents, and reactions. So eight actual tabs, and it kind of looks busy-ish, but it makes it easier to navigate, to find information for your own profile if you want to keep track of your content and your engagement and replying to comments, all of that. Or for others, my biggest thing, and I'm so like, if I could stand up or really felt well enough to do a happy dance, I was doing it when I found this out. Like for years, yeah, for about 2 years, I've been asking any and everyone I know at LinkedIn for there to be a tab within the activities section for us to easily go and find the LinkedIn Lives so we can watch replays, so we can, those who do the broadcasting, we can follow up with our comments, right? It's happened. It didn't happen the way I thought it was going to happen, but it's happened. There is a video tab, but that video tab is for native video. There's an events tab. The events tab is now where you can select, if you go to my profile, not now because you're here with me, but if you go to my profile later and go to my activities section, and you'll go and you'll see, you can go to the events tab to watch my previous LinkedIn Lives, to do the replays. Like, finally, LinkedIn, if you're watching, anyone from LinkedIn, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a game changer, I feel. So, and the biggest thing with that is we can identify which of those, I think there are 8, that we want people to see first. So for me, I went and I did the selection for people to see my events first. But then people still can go and see whether it's the post tab, the comments tab, the videos, images, whatever other tabs that are there that they may be interested in. But we can select, which means people's activity sections will look a little different based upon what they select, but it's the individualness of our profiles that matter anyway, right? I think that is so phenomenal. Also with that is and I don't know if you've noticed, especially if you're a creator, meaning you have creator mode on and you're creating content consistently, our analytics have moved now. So when we go to our profile, our analytics is prompted right there at the top. There's a prompt for our analytics right at the top of our banner on the top left, which kind of sometimes is like, I don't know if I like it there, because if some of my data points are a little low, like when I was traveling last week, I wasn't as active. So then it's in red if there's a decrease, and I don't like that. So I get very competitive and then I get back to it. Right. So, but it's easy access is right there at the top left when we go to our profiles. And then also, when we're in our activities section, there's a prompt on the right, at the top right, where we can actually create a post from there. So with that, and any questions, let me know. I don't see any, so I'm going to go in and do a demonstration for you. So I'm on my LinkedIn profile, and so I'm scrolling up, and so you can just see from the top, there I am in my video, but I'm going down to my activities section. And so you see where it's the post tab, it's the events tab, it's the comments tab, it's the videos tab, it's the images tab. Then you do the drop down for the more. There's articles, newsletters, and documents, right? So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So let me go back. And then I went too far back. So here we are. Right here, as I mentioned before, we can create a post. So you can click right there to create a post. So, and with LinkedIn, as I tell my clients, there's multiple ways to do things and to get where we want to go on our profiles. But it's nice to have this conveniently here. And it's this whole overall push, and it's a year plus now, with LinkedIn really leaning into supporting us who create content on a regular basis, on a consistent basis. This pencil, as you see here, you would click that. And this is where I was able to select my events to be what people see first, right? So you can select something else. You can, but for me, it's the events is what I want people to see first. All right. And then you save it and it makes the change. Let me go back up here to show you. So where the analytics is here at the very top of even our banner, and it's pushed because I'm doing the live. But what do you think about these changes with LinkedIn that I've shared? I'm excited about them. What about you? Are you excited about these changes? What questions do you have? Because those are the top news stories that I want to share with you today for this episode, this February 2023 episode. Any questions? Which ones do you like? Which, for if you in your activities section, will you continue to have your post as the first one that people see, or will you select one of the other options, whether it's the comments or videos or images or articles? And I want to make sure I didn't forget any comments, and I want to just then go on. And if you are in the greater Milwaukee area, before I forget, I want to share this. If you're in the greater Milwaukee area and you would like an opportunity to learn directly from me, or let me even say this, if you're open to traveling to the greater Milwaukee area, on March 24th, I will be having what's called a LinkedIn Bootcamp for entrepreneurs and business leaders. It will be a full day LinkedIn training, hands-on from 9 to 4 rather, all day, hands-on, where we will go through any and everything as far as optimizing the profiles, strategies to expand your network, content creation, LinkedIn Live best practices, all of it and then some, and whatever else the questions that come up. But it will be a full day boot camp. In my banner section, you'll see information about that. And then I also want to share, as always, if you would like to level up on LinkedIn and start the process by at least getting a custom assessment of your LinkedIn profile by me, click the link in my introductory section so you see the screenshot of my profile, even though my banner's changed right now. The screenshot of my profile, and you'll see that at the top of my profile, there's a link to schedule a free Zoom session or get a free LinkedIn assessment. It's called. Schedule that 30 minutes Zoom session with me. I'll walk you through your LinkedIn profile, help you understand some key data points, and we'll talk about my services, my offerings as a LinkedIn coach and corporate trainer. All right. And let me see if there's any closing questions or comments, and then I will wrap up. You're very welcome, Melanie, for I'm glad you liked that demo. And it is actually, Melanie, I'm curious, do you have access to that? Has your profile changed over to the updates yet? I'm curious. And then, hi, Andrea, it's great to see you here. I have you here. First time joining me live. This is a wonderful feature. I like the feature of being able to choose what you want people to see first. I do too, especially now that I can have the option of people seeing my LinkedIn Live. Yes, love it, love it, love it. And then Melody, how should we select options for our activities sections to show first? How should we? I'm not sure I understand your question. How should we select options for our activities section to show first? I'm going to share my screen again real quick and go back through the process. So again, your activities section. And if you have creator mode on and you have the update, it should give you this option where you go to the pencil and then you actually select whether you want it to be posts, videos, images. For me, it's events. So let me select that again, or documents or comments. Whichever one is the one that you want for people to see first, that's this one that you select, and then you hit save. Okay. I hope that answers the question. All righty. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, whether you've tuned in live or joined the replay. Appreciate you following. Join me again. I come live every last Sunday of the month at 6 p.m. Eastern Time to provide my LinkedIn hot news and insights. Have a phenomenal week. As always, remember to shine online. That consistent content on the news feed that's brand specific based on LinkedIn best practices is what's going to make you top of mind for your ideal people. LinkedIn isn't just for job seekers, it's for entrepreneurs and executives as well. Have a great week, everyone. Look forward to seeing you in the news feed.